SheilaTruelove with my bosom buddy, my right-hand girl.
Honey Be Cool, aka Teresa.
And we're going to discuss at this moment how to know when it's time to let him go. I said him. I wanted to call it something else, but my girlfriend
said that wouldn't be right.
Yeah, well, there you go. There you have it. Can we spell the word clown?
Well, hopefully you weren't maybe he became a clown, as you dealt with him. But initially, if you get with somebody, I know you wouldn't get with a clown. So maybe
red noses for clownish. Everyone. Wait a minute, as my son would say, red noses for everyone. Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. When I look back over some of my past relationships and why we had to separate, or why I felt I needed to let him go, was because non-supportive, or we were moving in different directions. Such as, I'm going to school and he's playing video games. That's a big difference. Okay? And you have no idea on what you're going to do. So, those were my younger years, But if someone is not supporting me in all aspects of the word support, then that may be a inkling that there is an issue, So you fix the issue, and if the issue can't get fixed, then it's time to move on. How about for you?
Yeah. I semi-agree. At the same time, my thought is I am not, this is me, I'm not running a circus. And anytime there's a clowning time, it's time for me to move on. No, all jokes aside, anytime a man is not respectful to me, it's time to let him go. And what I call respectful is you don't have a wandering eye, because let me tell you something I've learned. We all look. Every human being on this planet look. Mm-hmm. I'm not gay. At the same time, when I see a woman who's got a nice shape, or she's dressed well, or she's well put together, of course I look. You know what I'm saying? Because that serves as a motivation to me. When I see a female with a nice body, or she's well put together, it motivates me to get my behind to that gym. You know what I'm saying? When I see a man who's nice looking, I might look at something on him and say, you know what? That shirt looks really great on him. That might look great on my husband or my partner. Or anytime I'm looking at someone, I assure you it has no lust involved. When you have a man who has a wandering eye and it gets stuck, and I'm not talking about a man who looks, because like I said, we all look, but we look as in a glance. Like you may look, mm-hmm. and it's a glance, and then you look away. Okay? But when you get a man who looks and he gets stuck, or he's stretching his eyes over this way, and he's stretching them that way, like, or he's wearing shades and it's midnight, because he's, that's a problem for me. That's disrespect. And the reason why I can't accept that is because I work way too hard. And that kills my motivation for working as hard for you as I can, because regardless of what I do, you're never going to appreciate it. You're always going to be looking and lusting after something else. Porno, same thing. Mm. And even if I were to be a person of porno, not saying that I am, she better look similar to me. She has to be at least my size, so we're close to my size. And she has got to be my complexion. Because anytime you sit up here watching some woman who doesn't look anything like me, huge problem. I'm so not feeling that. I get fantasy.
Very interesting.
Am I right?
I don't know, because, I like different type bodies. Doesn't mean that because I'm looking at a smaller guy, because in one of our other videos, you may have learned that I like a bulkier guy. But if I'm looking at a small guy, doesn't mean that I'm wondering, or I'm more interested in that than you. But I get what you're saying. If you're with this person and he's looking at some woman that looks totally different than you do, you may feel as though, well, maybe that's what he wants. Is that what you're feeling?
If you had a husband, let's say, and every time you caught him with his porno, if that's the way it goes or whatever, and everything in his porno is all white women. Every woman is Spanish looking Caucasian. Every last one of them. He don't have not one woman your complexion, his skin tone. All of them have got to be white.
Well, he may be looking, but he got me.
What I'm trying to say. What does that tell you?
Okay.
You know, a lot of men, they will have a wife, okay? And just because he's with the wife don't mean that that's who he wants. He's with her because he has now officially turned the wife into his mother. She does the cooking. She's always there. He wants company when he comes home. You see, they don't want to sit there and look foolish in front of their friends and say, I still live with my mom. You're a grown man living with your mother. So what they do is they go out there and they get a wife and they turn her into their mother. Meanwhile, he's watching the white women. That's what he really wants. He got the Hispanic women over here.
Then set him free. Set him free. If that's what he really wants, then
when to know when time to let him go.
Yeah, well, I guess that's the time. But you give him that option, you know, or whatever, you know, bye, you know, or you're free to go, you know.
You got a good provider. It's time for me to go. Because that's the way a man demonstrates his love. Every man on this planet should know how to get out there and hustle for his family and for his household.
Absolutely.
Every man should know how to do that. And for women who are sitting around here, in my view, it's just an opinion, who are doing the heavy lifting in the relationship, that's emasculating. Why don't you just cut his testicles off, really, and give him the pumps in your closet, and let him, you know, get your panties and bra out. Put them on him. He's officially the woman. No, he's a man. God designed him to go out there and be the hunter, to go out there and make things happen. And even if you look at the way our bodies are designed, women are receiving. Men are the givers. They give. Am I right? And we receive him into our body. That's nature. And then you look at his structure, his body, the way he's built. He's built to go out there and provide and go out into those, how you say, those harsh waters and into the elements and go out there and make it happen for your family. Your role is to provide. My role is to be under your submission and to serve you. Now, if everyone carries out their role, we can't lose. But when people think they know more than God and Christ, it's hard for all of us. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So when you start disrespecting me and you are no longer a provider, now, if you lose your job, we understand. We got you.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Come on now. But you're not a provider. You don't know how to take the spiritual lead. We have huge problems. So we need to go into counseling or we need to do something. And that's just my view. It's just my opinion.
Another thing that would get me to say, you know, maybe it's time for this relationship to be over. If you know, you start dating someone new and it's been a couple of months and you're doing all the traveling, you know, to go see them because they don't come see you for whatever reason. You know, you may have more than one person in your house and they feel as though, you know, they live alone or maybe with less people and you're always doing the traveling. You make it so easy for them. So I avoid that kind of situation as well.
So you mean you're constantly give?
Yeah. It's like, you know, hey, you know, come see me sometimes. You know, you have to, you know, it ain't always about being alone. You know, it's, you know, sometimes you got to deal with family and, you know, stuff. And, you know, early on in relationships, I don't bring anybody around anyway because you don't need to. I have people in my house, you know, my children, and they don't need to meet them. You know, but once we've been, you know, together for a little while, you know, you come see me sometime, I come see you. If I'm the only one traveling, it ain't gonna happen. Yep. I'm not coming. Yep. So that's when I would leave him alone. And, you know, if he doesn't want to come see me, fine by me. Or even, you know, even if you don't come by my home, but you come by my area and we, you know, do something in the area, you know, if I'm always going to you, no, that ain't working for me. So that's when it's time for me to say,
time to let him go.
Time to let him go. Yeah.
I hear that, honey. I agree with you 110%.
Yeah. And that, you know, that's when it's somebody fairly new, you know. That's that.
Yeah. Even if I was with someone who is we've been in a relationship for years and years. I don't care if it's 10, 15, 20 years. When I see that I'm starting to do way more in this relationship than you are, and it's not, we're not working as a team any longer.
Right.
Come on now. Come on. I'm definitely going to try to communicate with you, because without communication, you have nothing. But you have some people out here who don't even want to give it a shot. They don't even want to try to communicate.
That's true.
That's not going to work for me.
That's true. And those long relationships, sometimes you get little flags, where you may get a flat tire, and he's used to, you're used to him coming to fix that flat tire no matter where you are. And then all of a sudden, you get a flat tire, and he's like, "Yeah, did you call AAA, or did you pay somebody? Can you stop somebody on the highway to come and help you?" That would be a problem for me.
What's that about?
Okay, that be, I don't know. I would guess to say that if you've been together with somebody 10, 15 years, and he's always come to support you, the support is all of a sudden not happening anymore.
Oh, yeah.
And so how you meet me is how you keep me.
Hello.
Okay? That's it. So I expect it through the end. Okay?
Bravo. I believe you're right. You're right. Yep.
Yeah.
How you meet me is how you keep me.
That's it. That's it. And if I went for that in the beginning, if I called you and I said, "Hey, honey, I got a flat," and you didn't show up, I'm not saying that would be a bad thing. What I'm saying is that you don't put out there stuff, you don't pretend to be what you never intend to be. So if you're pretending and you come and fix my flat tire, I expect it all the time. If you say no, you're on your own on that one, that's fine too.
What about the situation? What about the situation? It depends on the situation. He's in the middle of a conference meeting.
Oh, that's different. That's
can he
different.
not say, "Honey,
but
you know
he
what?
can't be home looking at TV and I'm stuck on the highway and you used to come get me."
No, of course not. But if he's in the middle of a conference, or he's on a truck road,
that's different.
Or he's like got his hands full at the moment,
different.
Extenuating circumstance. I see what you're saying.
That's
I
it.
see. You mean within reason?
Listen, within reason. You don't have to be my ride or die every day of the week. If you have, if you're at work and that's something different. But if you are home sitting on the couch, watching TV, and I got an issue and you don't come through like you used to, that is a red flag for me. And I'll be watching to see what happens next. And if those red flags continue to come, it's time for me to go. It's just that simple, because I wouldn't do you that way. I'm going to be consistent in what I do.
That's key word, consistent.
That's it.
Yep.
Consistency is everything.
It is.
And that's why I said how you meet me is how you keep me. If you never did that, that's fine. But if you do that and then you stop, it's a problem. That's it.
I was thinking of a word. What was this guy? If you did it and you stopped, red light. It was something that, anyway, it was a joke. Sorry. Sorry. Anyway, Della, we got to wrap this up?
Yes, we are.
Anyway, SheilaTruelove, I say you always have a choice. The choice is always yours. Please, please, please make the wise decisions. The ball is in your court. You are in the driver's seat now. I'll be talking to you again.
Signing off. Later.